What's up everyone? We're back with some more verses today, and you can probably tell that I have been grinding a little bit off camera. That is because it's starting to become a little difficult to climb up, because if you lose a game you happen to lose a lot of ELO, and if you win a game you don't win that much, so you probably need something like 20 or so games, I would assume, to climb up 100 ELO points. So I've been grinding a little bit, not been improving at all, so you haven't really missed anything, so don't worry about that. But hopefully we learned something on this game. Let's see if we get matched up instantly, of course not. By the way, if you are curious about my bachelor's thesis ordeal, it's all solved now. I have been graded, I am a bachelor now, so way to go me. And what a better way to celebrate than a versus game of Super Autopets. Hopefully we win. Once again, I'm not really hoping to face the star pack. I feel like I've been bullied a lot by the star pack, so I have developed a sort of PTSD. Thankfully we get a turtle pack. The opposing player doesn't seem too strong with their 15, 40 something kilo, but never judge a player by their elo, because they may have just not played as much as I have. And in this situation, their team actually counters mine, so I think I'll try something along the lines of this. Uh, I'm like, I want to take more mods, but I only have one row left to find two of them in order to complete the tree. So because I feel like that's unlikely to happen, I'll just take this beaver because its cell ability is pretty nice. Ferret wouldn't help, they have no 1 HP unit, so instead we're going to take a chipmunk. And honestly, I'm feeling another loss right here, which is unfortunate. You don't really want to concede lives early against the turtle pack. And thankfully, it seems that because of the unlucky snipes of the opponent that we're not going to concede any lives in the first two turns, which is nice. Do I want to take a goldfish? I don't believe so. Like, I think it's actually viable as a unit in versus, but maybe not against Turtle Pack, because the idea here is going to be for us to survive somehow. And Goldfish doesn't really help that, even though it's very well synergistic with both Mota and the Bluebird. Well, you know what? It's also synergistic with the Beaver, and with all that being said, I think I have talked myself into taking the Goldfish. So, one way or another, this is going to receive an attack buff, which is what I'm hoping for. We find the level as well, very lucky. Let's take it. It's a puppy. I'm not taking another goldfish, that's just insanity, I believe. But I can freeze it. I can be a little bit insane too. Let's try that. Uh, Position like so, I believe. Most likely going to be a loss, but that doesn't matter. Yay, we hit the buff on the right place. This is going to receive another buff here. Unfortunate snipe from the mosquito there, but what can you do? So, what's going to be the idea here? I guess mm, it's difficult to say. I kind of want the puppy, but at the same time, that's a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel right, you know? Like going for lasagna when we are most likely going to need some garlic actually in order to help ourselves out. So I think I'll buy the goldfish instead and hope for a lemur. We find both of these, which is actually a very nice find because it pushes both of them out of the 3 HP range, which is the dolphin's range of snipes. So now it's going to snipe this, meaning that we should probably put it like so. That's what I would think. But at the same time, this is actually pretty good as well. Let's position like so and hope for the best, I guess. Maybe even like so even. No, I think this is better. I'm sorry for not explaining this very well because I didn't have much time there, but I might have also been incorrect there, so let's see. Yeah, exactly what we don't want to happen is actually happening right now. The tempo is snowballing for them, which is what we don't really want to see. And we got the worst bluebird hit because we are now most likely going to combine these. Um, I guess we can take a weakness just to make sure that we take out the first position unit. So maybe like play it like so, take a weakness, and hopefully we find something like a hatching chick and a garlic that would go a long way. Thankfully, we do instantly find something nice. And the garlic on this road, thank you. You want to be putting rice on this to enable easier transitions, but I don't think we can afford that right now. Uh, do we even do something like this? But that kind of makes the weakness redundant, so maybe we play it like so actually. So if this has more than, I guess now that would be 8 attack or 8 HP, we can take it out either way. Thankfully my opponent doesn't think that far ahead and we finally stabilize somewhat. I think combine hatching chicks here because Bluebird is giving us some nice permanent buffs. And we get a level up for next turn, maybe even another one if you're lucky. A goldfish perhaps? Goldfish? Nope. We can take... Okay, so does garlic on this make a difference? This has 6 attack, meaning that it's still going to die even if this has a garlic. So maybe we buy a salad instead, hope that it lands on the hatching chick. Alternatively, we can put a garlic on this so it doesn't die to the dolphin snipe, which is also an interesting idea. I don't know which is better. Actually, now that I say it out loud, maybe even the... Well, I was going to say the garlic strategy might even be better, but I can't really say that for sure because hatching chick is most likely not going to be gaining any stats. Let's reposition like so once again. I should probably apologize to my opponent for taking up so much time, but at the same time I want to explain my thought process to you guys. Thankfully we get a draw here. That was very scary with the deer. We can even do something like this then, in order to prevent the tragedy from happening. An ego or a skewer. Skewer actually is a pretty interesting counter to the deer because we get to hit twice with the skewer, meaning that all 3 of these are going to faint. So do we do that? Is the question. I think the answer might be yes. Is that crazy? Well, it's also kind of difficult to say because this needs to faint first. And for it to faint, we need either a pill or it to faint naturally in the fight. And if this battles the bus, it's actually going to be catastrophic because this doesn't one-shot the bus. But it does with the help of the mod, so maybe we do that actually. And we can take a can and freeze this. Another can for next turn. I think we are going to try to transition into a nice end game. We even have the goldfish to help out economy-wise, pivot-wise. Let's see how we do. I think... Was that mistake of positioning? Like, could I have prevented that from happening? Maybe if we can try something like this. So, Okay, we take this, this. I want to preserve a level up for next turn, so question is, do we sell for lobster now or do we keep it frozen? I think we keep it frozen because the 4 attack of the emote is really helping out take the boss in one shot, which is very important. We can even do something like this, even though it's going to be for a single turn. Well, realistically, we would make a difference is the question. And it may. Let me think about positioning. So if we put this here, I don't think that's correct. But at the same time, we have nothing better to buy, so why not just do this and hope for the best, I guess. Maybe it is good enough with the hatching chick giving some extra scaling on top. They have a skunk though. Scary stuff. We're on 2 hearts. But this is going to be a big turn for us. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to be buying these canned foods. I think they're just a waste of gold at this point. We need to transition immediately. Snapping turtle can stay though. Start with this. Buy this, sell this for the garlics. Maybe they're useful. And we can do this for the extra stats. A lionfish, very nice to see. They don't have a lot of health on the team. They do have a single garlic, which is kind of scary, but I think we can actually deal with it somehow. I don't see this snapping turtle being useful though with the skewer. So maybe we can try this and this. And hopefully if we get a level on this, we find a T-Rex or something and we can have a very powerful transition. So hopefully for this turn we don't lose, that's the idea. If we don't lose here, I think we have some very good prospects. So let's see what the opponent does. He ran out of time, so I hope that means he didn't do the optimal play. It's very scary, but we draw. They have a crocodile, which is interesting. Eagle is worth thinking about. So crocodile means 8 damage to the back, which is something that we can prevent taking out a faint unit like so, or fainting a unit rather like so. But I think this is actually better to do. I think I'm going to get rid of the lobster for this mantis shrimp. It's going to matter a lot more once we get it to level 2, but for now it's not very useful, I must admit. We can do something like this, I guess, for positioning. This is not taken out by the crocodile, which is nice. I don't think we need any more eagles. We need the T-Rex is what we need. Next turn, hopefully, when we sell the goldfish. Anti-scorpion technology, of course I anticipated that. Narrator says he did not anticipate that, not at all. But, whatever the case, we can include, I think, we get rid of hatch and check first. Maybe we level this just to find the T-Rex on the level up. Nothing interesting here, although it would be interesting to put a scorpion on the team. We need a T-Rex desperately. And we might actually get it from this. Let's try. We don't. But we do get a lionfish and hopefully a T-Rex in the next couple of rows. Nope. We really desperately need it. I don't know what to do without it. We need some scaling to counteract this. Choose one level 1 toy from tier 5. I don't think that's going to be useful. Another lionfish we can take. And I guess we're looking for T-Rex next turn. For now we just have this very weird looking team, I must say. But it's going to do the trick perhaps. With all the sniping. Yup. We need some scaling though, and we can't take out the 1-up Scorpion anymore, so I guess we can try this. Mongoose for the... Well, I was going to suggest getting a toy, but I don't really see what toy is going to be useful. Maybe the coconut, but I can melon up instead of coconut and it's going to be alright. So let's look for the T-Rex instead. We find an octopus as well, very nice. And we can actually do this in order to prevent this scorpion from causing a lot of damage. It's actually going to be very nice when we combine them eventually for the making of space of a T-Rex, because it's going to end up being on 20 attack, meaning that it's going to do one more 8 damage snipe. My opponent once again did not reposition, which they definitely should have done, and we're starting to come back in the game. Finally we get the T-Rex. So we can do something like this even. Level 3 mantis shrimp I don't think is necessary. We would rather level up this exactly. Or the octopus, I wouldn't mind either. Even a lionfish level would be pretty nice. We need to snipe the fly on their team somehow. Actually, they just got rid of it and helped us out. Thank you very much, opponent. And let's push for a win here. I guess we can take... Will Lemon make any difference? I want to protect from this snipe somehow, but it's a 25 damage snipe, so I think Melon would be better than Lemon here. We take one of these, maybe it proves to be useful. Do we take a melon or a chocolate? I think we can try a chocolate on here, and we can freeze a melon. This is basically the safe play because we are going to get 2 turns of scaling even if we lose here. And next turn we can perk up with some melon, maybe do something nice with the team. Level 3 lionfish of course would be pretty good as well, especially if it's going to get to 30 attack. We just delete their entire team and we don't have to worry about that at all. Very nice. GG opponent. AVG Tom. Very nicely played. Let's see how much ELO we get. Only 8 points. You can see what I mean by needing to play 20 games or something like that to climb up 100 ELO. But we are inching closer to 1700. My first game of the day went by pretty nicely, pretty quickly as well, I would say. Let's check out the leaderboard real quick. Kyogre, Onet, XRB, Stupid Seal, which I think is someone I know, but I don't remember who exactly it was. I'm happy to see them regardless, climbing the ladder. GG. Would that be Gaming Grandpa? Is that possible? I don't think so, but I will be very curious to find out. If you can let me know in the comments who you are, GG, if you're watching this. In customs we have Kyogre, Sag. This is one name I'm not going to pay attention to, but Ref is also on here, and Gyomba, who has been competing with Ref quite a bit in the ladder I've seen from his videos. Very nice to see all of these guys, obviously. And for the weekly we have Sag once again. A new challenger has appeared, Impossible Fox. I don't recognize this person. Suboptimal has also been climbing, which is very nice to see. And one day we'll also be on one of these ladders, if we manage to get a good session of verses in. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, sub, do all the generic stuff, leave a nice comment, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.